Howdy guys and gals, Luke Lane here. So before we start the video, I think we need to address one thing. What in the world has happened to my face? Yesterday was Halloween and my costume required some blood effects, and because me being an amateur, I don't have any fake blood. I used food coloring and that stains the skin pretty bad, so yay. So the purpose of today's video, as you probably read in the title, why did I point up there? Titles are down here, right there. There's the title. So today, I'm going to be reviewing DarkMoonStudios Season 3 finale of their LEGO Doctor Who series. So we open up with a black background with some sparks flying around, and we can hear some regeneration energy. Get the channel logo, and then bam, right into it, we see the Doctor bursting into regeneration. Which, one thing I've kind of noticed with this is that each time the Doctor's regeneration is acting up, it keeps getting more and more violent, so this time around I kind of expected it to be kind of like he's exploding. So then, just like World Enough in Time, we have the opening titles. After the titles, we see that the prior scene has happened 180 minutes earlier. So the Doctor, once again, is a school teacher. Teaching cosmology, the Doctor goes on a huge rant about other universes and what basically makes them. However, when he turns around, he sees that the entire class is gone.
What's going on?
Two things.
Except for Erica. Apparently, the Doctor was late to his class and also was lost in his monologue. Erica is still mad at the Doctor for what he did in the last episode and storms out, leaving the Doctor alone. Now, I just kind of want to point out one little thing I noticed. In this one shot, the Doctor's left foot is really kind of dirty, and I don't know why, but that just kind of irks me. It's not like they could fix that. It's just something I noticed. Back to the story. So, another teacher enters the classroom and begins making small talk with the Doctor. Then, another teacher comes in. But wait, no, it's Lonzel. Yay!
Our top story for tonight. Discoveries of a strange, unidentified object that was spotted by...
So apparently there's a strange, unidentified object orbiting Saturn. And what does everyone think it is? Aliens! Ooh! So the Doctor, Erica, and Lonzel are off to Saturn. Now, I just want to say that the scene where they're actually, like where the TARDIS is flying towards Saturn, visually looks super cool. And the spaceship, when it flies up, when I first watch it, and you can watch my reaction here, it doesn't look like it's made out of Legos, but when it comes into focus, you can see it is, and I just think that's really cool. I just want to point that out. So the game decides to investigate because the ship is still running, but it's empty. And apparently there's this large doomsday weapon on board. Now at this point, the Doctor gives Lonzel a sonic screwdriver. Why he gave it to Lonzel and not Erica to try to, sort things out between the two? I don't know. So they do some sciencey stuff and find out the ship was sent through a temporary rip in space. The weapon is already armed and on a timer, and Erica, being incredibly brilliant, finds the control room. This allows for some explanation to the TARDIS translation circuit.
This room says control room on it. How come I can read this?
TARDIS translator. It's quite convenient.
Did you not notice? I'm not speaking your human English.
Wait, what? You're speaking Gallifrey talk?
Gallifreyan.
Finally, someone does this right. I've always had this theory, and I feel like it is exactly true, and I'm glad that someone else, who I have never spoken this theory to, also has this exact theory. The Time Lords speak Gallifreyan. The TARDIS translate the Gallifreyan into English, which is what we, the audience, hear, and what the actual, companions hear. So, yay. Attaboy Lonzel for pointing that out. So, they go inside the control room, and Lonzel, who apparently doesn't know about the existence of the word laser.
So, surprise, surprise, this ship with its deadly LASER weapon of doom is on a timer and heading for Earth.
It's pronounced laser.
I am the way your son don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
Explains that the weapon is aimed at Earth and all the controls are deadlocked so they can't shut off the ship or anything.
Coincidence? I think not.
So Erica starts getting defensive, for some reason, because the doctor can't do anything to stop the weapon. They have at each other for a few seconds.
Why do you always tell me what's right and wrong?
Because when you travel with me, Erica, you will witness things that either have a positive or negative impact on your life. I have been around for God knows how many years, and I have made so many mistakes in my life, and so many, and...
Both of you, stop bickering. We're being boarded.
Life forms detected. Reach the control room.
Oh, great.
Daleks! Yes. In a typical sci-fi fashion, they escape through a ventilation shaft and make it to the bridge. Erica is starting to get scared because the Daleks only want to kill her. The doctor gets serious for a moment and explains to her that he can do his best to try to negotiate with them.
Listen, Erica. I cannot guarantee your safety when it comes to the Daleks. The Daleks have played a huge part in my early lives. And the things I have seen them do... well, it's horrid. You made that choice when you came with me to travel. However, if the Daleks only want to capture me and Lonzo, then I am sure we can come to some arrangement.
Erica puts her feelings against the doctor's side because she senses his fear and decides to stand with him. And here we go, the Daleks enter the bridge and guess who? Davros, everybody! Woohoo! So the Daleks are told by Davros not to shoot Erica. The doctor and Davros have a conversation about how he's always tired of Davros being involved with everything that's happened to him.
Davros, seriously, I've had enough. You warned me about Jerome Harper, and that was far enough, calling me from the TARDIS. Then, you tried to kill me again on that forest moon with the Carleds.
I don't understand what you're talking about. But if it settles you, then I don't inform you out of curiosity or concern for your well-being.
That's moderately enlightening.
So basically what exactly is happening is that the Daleks want the doctor to deal with this external force that's sort of threatening them. Kind of like what they did with Asylum of the Daleks.
Oh, no, not this Predator Protocol again.
Predator Protocol?
Yeah, it's when these tin cans are too wimpy to get the job done. They then get me to do it instead for them.
Sounds like a broken marriage.
Let's not go there, please. Look, Davros.
Now here's where things get interesting. Lonzo presses a button on a remote he has, and the Doomsday weapon is aimed at Titan, one of Saturn's moons, if any of you took astronomy class. Shout out to Pam Price, my astronomy teacher. The doctor is suspicious because it only could have been triggered remotely. And then one of the Daleks scans of the room.
You must forgive me, Doctor, but after many attempts of deception, I had to verify who you all are. What are the results?
Human Erica Wells. Age 21 years. Time Lord. Title unknown. Age. Information unknown.
Don't worry, I'm not as old as you think.
So some of the ship's power comes back on. The gang finds out that the ship has been active for a little over 180 years. The doctor, still being a little suspicious, asks Lonzo what his true name is. Now, here's where everything comes together, and it's really, really cool.
Forgive me if this is a bad time and all, but what is your real name?
Excuse me?
The Dalek didn't know, and trust me when I say they know their stuff. I'm just curious.
Well, Lonzel is my grandfather's name. I was named after my father, but he once murdered dozens upon dozens of his own people, so I changed my name.
Who was your father?
My mother was called Faris. My father, he called himself the Auroras.
Oh yeah, that's right. Lonzo is... Wait a minute. Yeah, this is where things kind of get a little confusing for me. So we flash back to the episode The Planet That Never Was, and we see the hooded figure of the Auroras. But is that Lonzo, or is that Lonzo's father? See, that's where I get confused. But we don't have time to figure that out because the doctor's hands start glowing and his regeneration begins acting up again, which Lonzo apparently predicted. So now we're shown the actual scene where he basically explodes, but it's in continuity with the episode to make a bit more sense. The Daleks and Davros have been destroyed, but Lonzel and Erica and apparently the Doctor are all fine. Army tanks versus just regular people. Destroyed. Safe. However, in the center of the room is this glowing mass. So basically when the Doctor exploded, come on, that's basically what he did. His remaining regeneration managed to slip out of his body. I guess it's kind of like whenever you sneeze and like a whole bunch of snot just goes everywhere. Or maybe not. But it turns out Lonzel is evil and steals the Doctor's remaining regenerations and ultimately betrays the two. But why? Well, it seems that the Time Lords asked Lonzel to steal them to bring back the Master. Why the Time Lords want to bring back the most psychotic renegade they ever created beats me, but okay. We now see that Lonzel's praise towards the Doctor in Tomb of a Time Lord, starring me, was all just a charade, because he's an ass now. But he's not going to kill the Doctor. But he does swear to see him again and will kill his friends. So then we see the Temple Guards, my character. Okay, actually they weren't voiced by me in this episode because they didn't speak, but I mean, in the episode they were in, I did voice them, so yeah. Anyways, they appear and they are going to make the Doctor suffer. Erica turns to him, and I think this was a slow motion scene, but it's kind of hard to do in stop motion. But the guards kill her. Lonzel commands them to kill the Doctor, and they do so. So, there you have it. The DarkMoonStudios LEGO Doctor...
Let's go to the beach, each, let's go get a wave. They say what they gonna say. Have a drink, clink, down the road like bad bitches like me. It's hard to come by the Patron.
Yeah. So, we fade onto a beach. The Doctor sort of fades in, and then Davros is there because the guards killed him too, apparently, but we never saw that, so who cares? And then I like this just because it's funny, but Davros, he fades in just his torso, and then his chair just kind of magically appears in the next shot, but I mean, it's hilarious. So Davros apologizes to the Doctor for his loss, because they're friends now, apparently. The Doctor admits he's always known his final battle would be the one where he loses.
I know you don't care, and I know you hate me, but all this time, I've always known that my last battle will be the one where I lost.
We see the Doctor as this sort of immortal character, but, you know, obviously it's not because, you know, regeneration and stuff, but, like, there are times where you have to know that he loses, and there's a whole other video about, like, times where the Doctor lost, and I'll put a link to it somewhere just so, you know, you can watch it. I won't get that too much into that. So next we see Arturera from the world that never was, who is now just this glowing light thing. The light speaks to the Doctor, informing him that Lonzel has succeeded in bringing back the Master. It actually shows them bringing back the Master, but Arturera says, hey, this is what's going to happen, but they actually show it happening, so it's confusing what is being executed, but anyways. He also informs the Doctor that Erica is safe on Gallifrey for some reason. That seems just kind of like a random spot. Like, I just don't understand why it had to be just Gallifrey and not, like, Clom. Arturera then tells the Doctor that his life is now fragile, and at any moment, his soul could slip away. We then see the TARDIS appear in the distance, and the Doctor walks towards it. The final scene is the Doctor walking towards the TARDIS and leaving, with a really cool monologue.
Well, all stories, fiction and non-fiction in perfect harmony, facts and anecdotes mumbled up, the stuff that makes us who we are. And isn't that the beauty of it all? And yes, one day that will end, but it's the legacy we leave behind which makes us who we are, which defines the journey we have made, and the way we will always be remembered.
So, overall, what did I think? I loved it. I don't think I've ever teared up to a LEGO Doctor Who video, but DMS just doesn't make a LEGO Doctor Who series. In one of their live streams, Tom, the person who made DarkMoonStudios, said he didn't want to make just a LEGO Doctor Who series, but he wanted to make an actual Doctor Who series just out of Lego. And a lot of people who make Lego Doctor Who videos don't actually do that. They just do it because it's Lego Doctor Who, it's fun. But for DarkMoonStudios, it's like, I actually feel for the characters. Like, for Erica, I feel how she is mad at the Doctor for what he did. And I can feel the Doctor and Erica's betrayal towards Lonzo. And it's like, it really actually gets you in the feels. That's the only way I can put that into words. Deal with it. Now, the way that the writers of DarkMoonStudios have executed this series is like an actual televised show. Like, I feel like I'm watching something that could be broadcasted on TV. It's that good. Now, I just want to throw this in there just because. Now, I don't know Tom, Matt, and all the people at DarkMoonStudios like that well. But, like, we're not like best friends, but like I consider ourselves minor partners because, you know, I voiced technically 2 characters for them. The sort of Time Lord person and the Temple Guards in Tomb of a Time Lord. But they are some of the nicest people I've ever met. Just throwing this out, like, they are super cool about, like, you know, how the voice actors have like lives outside of voice acting. It was just really fun to, you know, see the final product, see like myself as this Lego minifigure, just breathing life into it, and I thought it was so cool. And I really hope that, you know, someday I can, you know, do voices for them again. And yeah, but hey, that's all up to Tom. So there you have it, the DarkMoonStudios Lego Doctor Who Season 3 finale, His Last Life. 10 out of 10, gold star, A+. And that'll do it for this review. I hope you like it. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will leave a link to DarkMoonStudios channel in the description. Have a good day, y'all.